Okay, sorry to be a bit late. Just quickly do my report lines. How are you, Gina? Okay, just do the quick check. Yep, great. Okay, so everyone can hear me well? Yes, I guess so. If I can, yep. All right. So let's start with 8-hour report line. Okay, so I've just quickly taken it from TUI's post, 8-hour report line. So, and you can see that all the lines in the correct places. Okay, so okay. Yes, I'm just highlighting the red line. Okay, you'll notice in a sec that it's actually become thicker. Okay, and the reason is that if there's things in the charts that help us actually frame and aid with direction. Okay, let me just refresh it because I can see. Okay. Okay, so we just get back to the 8-hour report. Okay, so you can go and see that by highlighting the thickening up the red line in window 2, what am I highlighting? I'm highlighting the time frame higher. Okay, so in this case, if I'm on an M15 chart, I'm highlighting what the M30 is doing. Yeah. Now the yellow line is the current time frame. That means it's hit a high. Yeah. As you can see, and it's moving downwards. Okay. So the green shading is from the H1 because it's 2 time frames higher. Okay. Now, just to give a quick look there, as you can see, in the settings, I actually get to go and put where the lines go and to highlight what. So you can see the current time frame, I don't use in shading. Okay. So where it says true and false indicates what shading that's being imposed in window 2. In this case, it's 2 time frames higher than the chart time. So if it's the M15 chart, 2 time frames higher is H1. So I'm using the shading from window 2 to highlight that in that 1 hour, it's actually looking for a higher diamond. Yep. Okay, so the only way to let you know that what the M15 and M30 is doing then is by using the color. So knowing that the yellow is the current time frame, you can see it's number 2 in the colors. Number 3 is M30, sea green is H1. Okay. So there's where window 2 is guiding you. And having the thicker M30 line then indicates that M30 and H1 are both looking for higher time frames, yes? So this just gives us information that on the M15 this could be a jumping diamond, right? It helps that the river center line's green, yeah? Okay, so it's pointing sun. So now window 5 also uses the same indicator. Okay, so it also has shading as well. Okay, so its shading is more telling you about the current time frame and the time frame just higher. Okay, so in here you can see current time frame is being one of the time frames that's impacting on whether it's being shaded and the time frame higher. Okay, so window 5 uses those two time frames, and if they're both in the same direction, then you get green shading. If one of them is not, then you won't get any shading. Yeah. So to some extent, it's giving us more current time details. So if there's a counter trend, they'll support a counter trend trade by displaying green shading. Yeah. And the settings here, obviously a little bit higher. So they also support, and if there's a jumping diamond, they help support window 2. Okay. So now if I zoom out, we'll see what those two things will do for us. Okay, so give me a sec. Scratchpad's not the best thing for this. Okay. So the reason I'm doing this is, whoops, okay. So having these different slices of shading showing what different time frames looking to reach higher or lower, then are able to us to actually get a feel of direction, yeah? Because if price can only go up or down, then when we have pink shading, it indicates a downward direction. That means we're looking for destinations that are below it, below current price. Yep. And when we start getting green shading, we're looking for destinations that are above price. Okay. So that's in a nutshell without getting too much in depth as to everything else, but just to give you a bit of feedback as to, or give you a bit of a look inside as to what they're doing. Just give me a sec, I just got to plug in my power cord. Okay, I'm back. It's all plugged in. There we are. Okay, so yeah, I mean, they give us overriding, and we know jumping diamonds can jump, and when they're in the position of adjusting from one direction to the other, we need to have some way of seeing it's in between states. Okay, so now you can see that information is great, but when we have windows 3 and 4, then they support a direction, and they help filter out some false leads. Yeah, like where, so that's the sort of things they do. Having the frameworks of the report lines help us indicate some of the destinations, like It's amazing enough how this current high diamond is pretty much on top of the R2 report line, isn't it? R2 buy target. Okay, so and the price find it pretty hard. Okay, let me just expand it. Okay, so the beginning of the session being here, the report lines are drawn from the green shading. Okay, so price pushed up to its touch points. Okay, the first place is pushing towards green limit line. Above that, R1 reversal, which is stronger. Okay, now some of these horizontal lines are created from the 8-hour report. We can add additional horizontal lines that are important to the time frame. So one of my favorites is to use the 8-hour reports, 8-hour report template on the M15, and go to see if there's river center line, or if I move to here, you know, the 323 level of the Fibonacci, okay, as well as the channel line. Yep. Okay, so this channel line here of the H1, you'll notice is pretty much on the green, the buy stop line. Yep. As we can see, and that's above the 323 level. Yep. So on the open of the session, having the channel line from the H1 pretty much on top of the buy stop line would indicate from the beginning of the session that there was nearly 30 pips in that trade, yeah? And if it's going to go above that, there's another 10 pips through there, okay? But nevertheless, we had a minimum target, and that's simply by going from the 15 minutes to the 1 hour, and notice that there are any other lines from a higher time frames that impose themselves in the current time frame. Okay, from this morning, the pink center line and the R20 323 level of the Fibonacci were the points the price wanted to go to. Okay, so and you can see at the opening of the candle, there's a red arrow, and price dropped from there. Price went down to find its low, and then it had enough information then to show us a level where we'd like to get to. Okay, a lot of times from Monday morning, what price we'd like to get to is where it gapped. What it means by gap is from open to the close of that 15-minute candle, there was a significant drop. That means there's price, even in the 5-minute, may have been 50 odd pips. Okay, what price is going to want to do is to go and try to get back to that level if it can. It doesn't always have to. Okay, but what we have is we've got our different time frames that show us the movement. Okay, we have our 1 hour. The further it gets away from the pink center line, the more it wants to come back and touch it or spike through it. Okay, so we start to go and see the and we start to see those first in the smaller time frames. Okay. So yes, there were probably some additional white blue lines there, but once again, this morning every time frame had a very solid pink center line. Okay, on the website, if price is still looking to go down, one of the most obvious things a multi-chart's going to show you is center lines in these 3 time frames. If you've got 4 time frames, price wants to go lower. Okay, you can see that candle, the first 20 minutes it went below Friday's low. Yeah. Okay, so you've noticed that in the templates I sent you, it does draw Fibonacci's. You can switch it off if you don't like them. I don't have Fibonacci's drawn on the 8-hour session because we've got our report lines. Okay. And with these report lines, we can always relate if there's, okay, it's no coincidence I put the 15 below the 1 hour. Yeah. Why do you ask? Why do I say that, you ask? Okay. The green shading here is indicating that the hour has a low and it's going up. Okay. So this is virtually another representation of what the 1 hour is doing. Okay. That low diamond is that same low diamond there. Yeah. So I can visually see from looking up that the 1 hour is different. Well, it's hit a low, and in the 15, I can see that it's sitting a low, looking for a high diamond. Yeah. So whether it gets it or not, at this stage, they've both confirmed that that's a low point, and definitely been at this stage been confirmed, at least for the 15, because the 15 is got confirmed and it's got its diamond. Yeah. Over here, we've got our 30 minutes. Okay, so the pink shading there is 2 time frames higher, so that's a 4 hour. Okay, so the 4 hours found a low. That same low point's the 1 hour, which you can see from the red line. Okay, so it's moving up. Having the Fibonacci's drawn, that means there was enough information on the template mathematically to indicate this was a breakup to the up. Yep. So once again, it's supporting that that's a low. Price wants to move up. There's momentum. Okay, so there's the momentum. What do you see here? Okay, the same channel line that we saw in the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, the report lines, and that's resting on the 200 level. Yeah, so it's amazing enough that with those 3 charts, you get in the picture where I'm going with this. Yeah. So really, they gave you a destination. All 3 charts did it in their own way, but still part of the whole. Yeah. So they remember we went back to here to the 1 hour, so we can see, just make sure that the channel line was okay. See, channel line, buy stop line, yeah. Report line, green stop line. Okay, so we're free charts all showing it, because the price wants to go up, there must be a destination. There must be a place. There's no coincidence. All free charts showed it. Okay, so and this is 5 minutes, and the green shading is showing that 30 minutes is at a low and it's looking for a high. Okay, it's still going green. That means, based on this information, price would like to go higher than that, yeah, in the 30 minutes. Okay, but once again, we found a very firm destination. Okay, so the diamonds came up and said this is a good place to take profit, because if we didn't, price went back down nearly 40 pips. Okay, that's a 2-for-1 trade. Okay, there's a question there, so let me answer. Can you show settings again? Next question time. Okay. All right, so one of the basic things not basic, one of the uses of the Fibonacci is that when they get drawn, it suggests that the template, the M21 template, says there's a very high chance that there's a breakout occurring. That means price is going to break out and respect the Fibonacci levels. Yeah. Okay, so in chaos, if we have a framework, there isn't any chaos, is there? And if there is, close the computer, go away for 15 minutes, come back, and amazing enough, when we open it up again, we just seem to reset ourselves and we're able to see it in a slightly different light. Yeah. But these are the ways that really the information is from the chart. Okay. And all the little things that the template does is just to bring your attention with regards to direction. Okay, because all these things give direction. And Fibonacci is drawing up, upward direction. Okay, you can see that this movement up, all it did was bring it up to the 323 of the 1 hour that's moving down. Okay, doesn't mean either are wrong, but what they do, they have a common line where it's a point of attraction. Yep, where price wants to go to, perhaps touch and bounce off it. Yeah. So when we're going to go up, we want to see where it wants to touch and bounce off, and see if there's enough pips there for us to take profit. It's good when these things come up because we have a fixed point that we can measure price from, where it is to where it's going. Yeah. Okay, so request to window 5. Okay. So window 5 is probably a little different setting than what you have. Okay, so mainly as I'm tweaking a supervisor indicator, I need to go and adjust and tweak it and tune it to the market that it's going to be performing in. Yeah. Okay, so because as soon as I do it, I can see how it's responding by the shading and everything it does. Okay, so it's just like it takes a picture and shows me what it's doing. and I can adjust it. Okay, so how I've been able to tweak this is pretty much because I'm actually tweaking something or an indicator that's able to interrogate the template and gather information. Okay. Okay, so this sort of thing, yeah. Okay, so this is the indicator that's capable of asking questions. Okay, so I'm tuning it for it to be smarter, in which case, because it works 24 hours, it's able to tell me what it's doing so I can see if I can make it more successful by altering or amending some of the settings, yeah? Okay, so the settings that you guys will be getting are basically being tuned because of the information that I'm gathering back from that indicator, yeah? Okay, we'll leave that indicator alone. Okay, so here we have it. Okay, so price gone up, come down. What's going to do? It's got a green center line. Once I touch it, it'll spike through it. We've also got a report line there. So there's two reasons why once it bounce, it's moved up. Okay, this movement from the pink limit line to the green stop line is 20 pips. Yeah. Okay, push back through down, and this is touched it there, retest it, and this support line holds strong, and you can see price moving up. Yep, supported. Okay, so here, a high time frame, the shading plus the red line from the M30 are showing up. Okay, so it wouldn't have let us go for any sell trade, but because that red line turned up, it's like a red arrow, means price most likely wants to go down a little bit. So there probably was news, I suppose. Yeah, I think this was news, yeah. So roughly 35 pips. 37, okay. News 730 manufacturing PMI, yeah. So, but once again, news is coming. All indications was direction on upwards, yeah. So, okay, let's go back to this. Okay, so these settings are to support any counter trend, or if current time frame super supports a jumping diamond environment. Okay, so if the current time frame and a time frame higher are still wanting to go up, then they'll be green. Okay, and because the setting of the current time frame, which is the yellow line, is different to the setting of the diamond with the white line joining it, because this one has a higher threshold. Okay, so once again, we're just looking to tease out extra bits of information about direction of price. Yeah. Yep, and then you just saw that. Yeah, this price shot above that, but really we had 3 time frames really showing that it was there. Okay, so yeah, us price is coming from a low, This is shading from M30, which was up. Yeah. So, and we can see M30 anywhere from ourselves. Okay. And that little move helped the M30 get its diamond. Remember, it didn't complete it, but that was confirmed. Yep. Okay. So, any questions with regards to that? Okay. So, really, the tweaks that I'm doing now are really just to highlight things on the chart to bring your attention to it. Okay. So that okay. So once again, okay, price went there. Window 2 showing the 2 time frames highest, want to go higher. So when this went down and got its diamond, and price had to go up, I had to go past that. Okay. And if you tie that in with what we saw in the 8-hour report and the high time frames, then we would have been well and truly in command of what price is doing. Okay. Yes, cosmetic change in window 2. Yep. There was one other little one. Okay. River center line. Threshold is 0.3 to 0.02, 0.2. Okay. So and that is just to make it a little bit more sensitive that if the slope is higher than 20% upwards, it'll display green and down. So yeah, so just a little bit more touchy and sensitive so that it really helps support when there is a, you know, that if you've got 4 green or 4 pink center lines to actually see whether the destination has been achieved in all time frames. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so and yep, we only got a couple more minutes, but that's once again this little trade, including the news, was really captured by the shading and then the current time frame and the time frame high, which M5 and M15 finding a low here, and then resuming going to the direction of the 30 minutes. Okay. From there, price had to go past its previous high. Yep. So this recording will be up, so hopefully you can watch it. And I know there's a fair amount of information there, but it just everything's related really to direction and destination. Okay. So if there's no other questions, please take time. If you want, you can pause it and make the adjustments yourself. Okay, so I've still got a couple more days of working with the supervisor indicator. Okay, so supervisor indicator is picking the cream of the trades. Yep, that meet criteria, its criteria. And this criteria is stronger than the assessor on the website. Yeah. So be comfortable knowing that you're getting the benefits of its testing. All right, so thank you for tonight, and look forward to answering other questions through WhatsApp, and see you next week. Thank you.